Hey guys, Saronic here from TGG and welcome back, and well, I'm back. I'm actually making a video now. So I know this title of this video is going to be kind of strange because there's a lot more Warframes that are in worse places than Frost right now, and all of you know I'm a filthy Frost main. So the first rework, I've got like at least 6 rework videos planned out. Not going to tell you what they are, but I'm going to start with Frost because he's my favorite, he's my main. And he's my favorite Warframe. So, I think this would be really awesome. Like, having Frost actually be viable. So, Frost needs a slight rework. And by rework I mean slight buff / change. The reason for this is because he doesn't exactly scale in levels. And, like, in high levels he struggles. Like, now, he is a pretty good place right now, and if DE, just looking over this, you do not need to nerf Frost. He is in a perfect place right now. He's basically a jack of all trades, but he's really good at defending stuff like excavation targets, mobile defense units, defense objectives. He's also really good at surviving in survival. I've done a couple hour-long Kuva survival runs with Frost, and I think I only got downed once this last time because I wasn't paying attention. Let me explain the rework in detail. His first ability is bad in most situations and garbage in others. It's like, you cast that and it freezes an enemy entirely, or it puts a thing on the ground, like slows down enemies. And that's a Frost main saying that. Everything else is fairly good, but Icy Avalanche needs to be able to stack because Frost has level creeping problems. I know DE might have trouble doing that, so just make it so it's like if you recast Icy Avalanche on enemies, and we'll make it so it like if you already casted it on them, each stack with Icy Avalanche will go down by like 10% or something. No, I mean like every time you like do Icy Avalanche on them, you get the same amount, but the amount that you get is reduced by 10%. Now about Freeze. His first ability, the one that does that. What DE could do is it could turn his Freeze into an exalted weapon. Like an Icy Halberd or Battle Axe, kind of like an Ice Stormbreaker from Avengers Infinity War. It would have a base 110 cold damage, 45 puncture, 50 slash, and 45 impact, which is exactly 250 damage, which is the same as Excalibur's Exalted Blade at base. It would have a 30% crit chance and a 17% status, which that's a lot, but just hear me out. Doesn't have a lot of status, so it would have a little bit of clipping. It would shatter a part of it and reform on hit, so it would do splash damage, kind of like the Astilla. So like you swung your battle axe, like you swung it, not like a charge attack, but you just like swung it, and each time you hit it, it would like spray out a piece of it, like kind of like the Astilla, and it would reform pretty easily. If you charge it, like if you see a normal charge attack here, it can be thrown, dealing a truck ton of damage. Like times 10, it'll have a 10 to 15 meter blast radius, and it would shatter completely and cancel the ability. If you did a slam, it would cast an ice wave. This is an ice wave. So like if you if you did a slam with a weapon, it would just like cast an ice wave. And if you charged it, it would throw it. Not like a glaive, but like in Avengers Infinity War, you do like an overhead throw, and it would shatter the weapon with like a 15-meter blast. That's not affected by Power Range or anything. And everything's affected by mods. It would cost 25 energy to cast, and just as much energy as Excalibur's Exalted Blade. Yeah, like Excalibur's Exalted Blade has a certain drain on it. Kind of like Artemis. It's like Excalibur's Exalted Blade, yeah. So the one thing that might rattle your brain is Frost's first ability can destroy your snow globe, which is part of his toolkit. Let me demonstrate. If you cast it on your snow globe, it'll pop it. So make it when you press the fire button, the gun you normally press to shoot your gun. Make it so it would fire a freeze bolt. And like all exalted weapons would be modelable outside of weapons. The last thing is Frost's passive. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, this is one of the worst passives in the entire game. It's about a 10% chance. Striking Frost with a melee attack may freeze the attacker. It's got about a 10% chance. So I've got an idea. It's really bad and mostly useless at the time, because if you're getting hit, and you shouldn't in those high levels, well, you'll die in one hit. So the solution, just make his passive that he's immune to cold damage and cold status effects. Or a better idea would be make it so he heals when he hits enemies with abilities or when he puts cold status effects on them. Which, if you don't know, let's just do that and simulate these. If you cast any of your abilities, like if you use your Ice Wave, you have a cold effect, and all these enemies are under the cold status effect. If you cast your Freeze, they are also under the cold status effect. Cast Snow Globe, they are as well. You cast Avalanche, well, guess what? All of them are cold effects. So make it so he can heal himself, or maybe get like, just make it so he can heal himself when he affects enemies with cold status effects. That'd be a really cool idea, and I'd love to see that. I would love to see that. Well, I've got a bunch of other ideas for some Warframe reworks, for just some ideas for other Warframes like Ember, Vauban, and, I think I have Titania and Wukong are in there. I think I've got one more, but I can't remember who it is. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it informative, and please spread the news to DE, because I know, like, there's not a lot of people that watch my videos, but I still do it anyway. Please spread this video so DE sees this and makes the icy battle axe a thing. Make Frost viable again in high levels, just like Limbo. Limbo will always be better than Frost's Snow Globe, his Cataclysm and his Stasis, but make it so Frost actually is a decent damage dealer, because he's already more tanky than Limbo with his whole icy avalanche thing you see next to my invincible health bar. But, yeah. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Saronica, out.